Hey everybody, this is Santo with Quest Dehumidifiers here. In this video, we're going to go over our TC mode, or other words, terminal control mode. When to use it with an external or remote control, the types of wiring you're going to use with our terminal block or our terminal control selection, and three popular controllers that we typically see with use with our terminal block or terminal control. So typically, customers want to use an external controller or with our TC mode when the situation involves the Dehu, like at a distance, and you're going to vary your humidity from time to time. So the onboard controller is great if you're going to set it and forget it. Just leave that humidity where it's at. But if you're going to use various RH conditions in your situation, it's probably best to select the TC mode here and install that with an external humidity device or controller. And that makes life easier. So if you hang this, let's say if you hang this up high and you need to change the RH, you gotta climb up on a ladder, change the RH, come back down. External control is gonna obviously alleviate a lot of that back and forth if you need to change the RH, depending on your situation. With terminal control, again, as shown in the previous video, we have a terminal block on here. And you would wire your external controller into this terminal block. The wiring, typically we use thermostat wire on that. So it could be anywhere from 22 to 18 gauge. What I typically tell customers to use is a solid core wiring for that connection. You could use like a stranded or braided wire, but my recommendation if you do that is to tin the ends of them so you have the best connection versus, you might have a little phrase and you might not have the best connection, right? So we definitely want to use some, put yourself in the best situation so you have the best connection, so you have the best control over your unit. And so with that said, like I said, we're going to go over a few different popular options that we see, and we'll go through them one by one. This is our DEH300R controller with the cover off. We're just finishing up wiring. And what I've done here is I've used a 5-strand or a 5-bundled wire, but we're only utilizing 4 right now. And if you can see, we've got the yellow wire. It's colored. We've got some color coding going on, which is great. We've got AC, so this yellow wire going all the way over here to 24 VAC. We have this red wire on 24 volt going all the way over to 24 common. We've got the green wire going all the way to fan, so fan to fan. And we have this blue wire, which I'm finishing up here, just to show you guys how simple these are. Going from compressor all the way up here to Dehu. What you do is you lock this in with a screwdriver. Here we've got a very thin bladed flathead. Same on the terminal block. And that's pretty much it for the wiring, as you can see. I do want to give a quick mention that while we've wired this up, you notice here there's a jumper between float and float on the terminal block. For proper operation of the dehumidifier, this jumper actually needs to stay on here. The use of this jumper is usually typically to involve a condensate pump and to have some sort of stop or kill switch on that pump in case of overflow. But in most applications, obviously, if you're not using the condensate pump, you're just using the Dehu, you're utilizing a P-trap and a drain line. This is needed to stay in here for proper operation. Moving on, you've noticed for this demonstration also that the wiring is a short length of wiring here. Most applications, you would need the length of wiring from your terminal block all the way to your controller, whatever length satisfies that need. The other piece here that you notice also is that our remote RH sensor for the DEH300R, this is another short piece of wiring as well. And the same would be recommended here as well to satisfy the distance from wherever you're taking that RH measurement to the controller itself, right? So in agricultural settings, if you're using this for an indoor ag situation, I would say that this remote humidity sensor should be placed at canopy level or around near the canopy in order to properly read and then maintain that set point. If you're more in an industrial application, again, I would utilize this in the space where you're sensing that higher humidity, and then obviously navigate down to your set point with this remote humidity sensor. Notice too, with the remote humidity sensor, we've got color coding here. Again, short length, you would utilize thermostat wire at the distances that you need. And we also have some wire clips here as well. So whether or not you use a conventional wire nut, or you use our inbox wire clips, that would be necessary to obviously satisfy the length or distance to connect this controller up to our DEH remote. Now, with all this said, when you're done wiring here, the terminal block actually clips back into our dehumidifier. Here we have our terminal block. We're going to take this clip and now reintroduce it to the dehumidifier. Like I said, it just easily clips right back on here. And there you go. Dehu is now active.